Well, Bruce Atkinson and the Towson volleyball team back in action here inside the Towson Center. Coach, it's practice only, but you got to be pretty excited to be back in action.
Yeah, it's great to get everyone back on the court. Everyone's working very hard. We have a lot of new faces this year, which is exciting, and especially in that we're changing up our offense and defense a little bit, and so it's we're anxious to get going.
You touched on a couple things I wanted to definitely ask you about. One of those, you said, changing up your offense and defense a little bit. The offseason obviously gives you a chance to sort of reflect and figure out what this team needs to do better. What are some of those things that this team needs to do better to be more successful this year?
Well, we want to be able to be more intelligently aggressive. So we want to, while increasing our aggression and increasing our consistency, we want to be smart about it. I think a lot of times players will try to do too much, and so we want to just up our overall level of play.
And the second thing you mentioned, I thought it was a very interesting story that you can read on the Tiger Wire. That's all the new faces here, 7 new faces, some of them international student athletes. It's got to make things interesting here in the first week of practice.
It is. It's a lot of fun both on and off the courts. There's always going to be those idiosyncrasies that come with international students, and so it keeps things lighthearted while at the same time adding a very competitive nature to the court.
All the new faces, just one senior on this roster. Where do you go? Where do you look for in terms of leadership, finding girls that are going to step up and lead this team?
Well, it's one thing that we're trying not to force. We're trying to see what happens, and Susan Ganzer, as our only senior, has done a great job throughout the off season, and then for our first week here of practice and taking that leadership role. Katie Buck, who had a lot of success last year, is also doing a great job at that, and she's just one of those individuals who is going to do well naturally on the court, and so people tend to follow her.
Katie Buck, no secret to other teams in the CAA in terms of her success last year and all rookie selection. What can she do this year to take her game to another level?
She's increased her level of play significantly, maybe more than anyone else on the team. She brings a little bit of everything. She's a great passer, defender, has a nice serve, and has significantly increased the power of her attack and the range of her attack.
Coach, we appreciate the time. We'll check in with you before things get started.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.